Paul Heyman just called Oba Femi an obsessive stalker and brought actual police officers to Monday Night Raw to prove it. Except it turned out to be completely fake. And if you think Heyman just embarrassed himself for no reason, think again, because there might be a method to this madness that changes who Paul Heyman is actually working for by the time Hell in a Cell is over. What's up, tidal wave? And if you thought Paul Heyman's restraining order stunt was just a cheap heat spot, buckle up, because the Wiseman doesn't do anything without an angle running 3 moves deep underneath it. Heyman has made a career out of representing guys right up until the exact moment it stops benefiting him. And folks, that's not an opinion, that's basically his job description since the Attitude Era, going all the way back to Brock Lesnar's original run. So here's the question worth sitting with. When Paul Heyman starts making moves that look desperate instead of genius, is it actually desperation? Or is that exactly what he wants you to think? Let's lay out what's confirmed, because the real story here is already a mess before we even get to theory. Brock Lesnar and Oba Femi are set to collide inside Hell in a Cell at SummerSlam, a match born out of months of Femi chasing Lesnar even after passing up a guaranteed World Championship opportunity to keep doing it. A few weeks back, Heyman opened Raw surrounded by actual local police officers, claiming he needed protection from Femi as an obsessive stalker, only for Raw general manager Adam Pearce to reveal backstage that the entire thing was staged, phony cops included, just mind games designed to get inside Femi's head. Then, at the SummerSlam Kickoff event, Heyman mocked ECW chants by saying, quote, "ECW is dead and I wish the same for Oba Femi," and Femi responded by threatening both Lesnar and Heyman directly by name, live in front of the entire crowd. And here's the detail most fans are skipping past. Femi threatening Heyman specifically is new. For months this feud has been framed as Lesnar versus Femi, with Heyman just doing his usual advocate routine on the microphone, talking his client up, running his mouth, business as usual. The second Femi starts including Heyman as a real target instead of just Lesnar's mouthpiece, that changes the entire calculus of who actually has something to lose once that cage door locks shut in Minneapolis. Now, before we go any further, if you're locked into this breakdown, smash that like button and get plugged into the Tidal Wave family right now, because the next part is where this theory actually starts making disturbing sense. Here's the twist worth considering. Heyman's entire legacy is built on managing whoever is winning, not whoever he's loyal to. Ask Brock Lesnar himself, who Heyman already turned on once before, back before this current alliance even started, and ask basically every other star he's represented across 3 decades. Lesnar is aging, banged up, and heading into a Hell in a Cell match against a monster nearly half his age who just gave up a guaranteed title shot purely out of obsession. That's not the profile of a challenger who's going to back down easily. Heyman has survived decades in this business by reading exactly which way the wind is blowing before anyone else even feels it shift. And right now, the wind is blowing hard toward Oba Femi's side of that cell. Let's talk about Heyman's psychology for a second, because that's the entire engine of this theory. This is a man who's never been sentimental about talent, only about being on the right side of history when the dust finally settles and the cameras stop rolling. Every fake restraining order, every taunt, every insult thrown at Femi could just as easily be read as Heyman testing exactly how far he can push a young star before that star either breaks under the pressure, or proves once and for all he's worth aligning with instead of fighting against. So here's 3 predictions heading into Hell in a Cell. 1. Heyman stays firmly in Lesnar's corner through the entire match, and this whole betrayal idea gets buried the moment that cage door shuts for good. 2. Heyman subtly costs Lesnar the match without ever fully turning on camera, leaving just enough ambiguity to walk it back later depending on how the fans actually react. And 3. The swing for the fences scenario. Heyman openly aligns with Oba Femi the moment Lesnar's arm finally gives out for good inside that cell, ending one advocate era and launching an entirely new one live in Minneapolis. One of these 3 things will happen. The only question is which one, and how much of Brock Lesnar's legacy survives it. Paul Heyman has turned on bigger names than Brock Lesnar before, and Oba Femi just proved he's willing to sacrifice guaranteed gold purely out of obsession to get his hands on the beast. So tell me, does loyalty actually mean anything to Paul Heyman anymore? Or is Brock Lesnar just the next name on a very long list? Stick around, because next time we're breaking down the fallout the second that cage door opens. This has been Tidal Wave. Ride the wave.